Basic vegetable and fruit carving decoration. Usage of knives. Hello, I'm from Far East University. Mr. Yang Shun-long, Department of Food and Beverage Management. Today's lesson is Basic vegetable and fruit carving decoration. Well, first of all, let me first introduce you to the required appliances. First, we need a cutting board. Then, 2 rags. One is for wiping. Then one is placed under our cutting board to keep the cutting board from sliding. Let's talk about the cutting tools. What we are introducing today is a Chinese cutter and a Western-style cutter. Next, an important role for fruit carving. This is the small carving knife. Then there is the slot cutter group. This group has a semicircle, the so-called U-shaped slot cutter, with this V-shaped slot knife. Those two have different functions. They are all used by auxiliary carving knives. We cut some plant fibrous roots, and we use a planer to remove the epidermis. Then we mark the bisection position or fix it. It can be used as an aid to toothpicks. Then, if you need a large area for bonding, we can use this quick-drying glue as an adhesive. Okay, let me introduce you to the correct holding of each appliance. First, the Chinese cutter. Our correct approach is, put this hilt between the thumb and index finger. Then put the thumb and index finger on both sides of the blade to stabilize the blade. When holding a knife, relax your wrist and arm. During the operation, only in this way can you hold the knife stably. It will not cause a knife offset or a danger of slipping. Okay, then, with the Western-style cutter. Its holding method is the same as that of a Chinese cutting knife. It's also correct. It's the hilt. Put this hilt between the thumb and index finger. Use the thumb and index finger to grasp the blade on both sides. This will increase the stability of our knife. Okay, this is a way to hold the Western-style cutter. Okay, how to hold the carving knife? This is a smaller one. We regard it as a pen. How can we hold the knife correctly? First of all, put your thumb and middle finger on both sides of the blade. Then put the index finger on the back of the knife again. After the above 3 points are taken, we will choose one of the two as the support point. The teacher's ring finger usually makes a point of support and makes a force point. And relax your wrist and arm. Okay, when you hold the knife, pull and push a little to try the smoothness. This is the correct way to hold the carving knife. Next, I will introduce the slot knife. This semicircular slot knife. How are we going to hold it? Just hold it between your thumb and middle finger. Put your index finger on it again. When we use the knife, also, you can use your ring finger as a support point, and then pull and push. Unless a knife is going to be used to dig round holes or to use in large areas, we will hold the knife horizontally. Let me show you how to hold the knife horizontally. Hold it with your fingers, then put the thumb on it. Hold it tightly. This is a way to hold the slot knife and the V-groove cutter. It's different from the U-groove knife in that it's on this edge. One is U-shaped, and this one is V-shaped. Then it usually makes lines, or a V-shaped zigzag engraving. This is the correct way of holding it. Between the thumb and middle finger, put your index finger on it, then use this push method to sculpt. Okay, this is a V-groove cutter. Then I will explain how to hold it. Let me introduce the wrong way to hold a knife. Only hold the handle of the knife, without the thumb and index finger between the knife body. This will cause the blade to wobble when we cut, which is a dangerous way to use it. So we should hold it the right way. First, let's talk about how to use the carving knife. After introducing the method of holding, now let's introduce how to carve. First of all, we adopted the standard method. After taking the carving knife, hold it by the support point. Don't dangle, it is wrong. Let's show you how to carve lines. After the line carving method is supported, let's first draw a straight line perpendicular to the knife at 90 degrees, almost at an oblique angle. It's almost 10 degrees slightly on the side. Make a connection and pull it over. Then take this scrap. Pull it up. Then we make a line. This is how to make the lines. If you hold the knife dangles, you can't master an arc line. For example, if I want to make an arc, with the ring finger as the support, you can turn. If you hold the knife dangles, you can't control that direction. Then do it again. Make a line on the other side. Then pick up the scrap. That line is finished. This is how to use a carving knife. Let's take a look at the U-slot cutter. First, I will show you how to push the curve. After knowing how to hold it correctly, rely on the support point, then push it like this. We can make a groove. This can be very smooth and fast to help us carve an arc in the section. Let me introduce how to carve fish scales. The first slice should be inclined at an angle of 35 degrees. Then the second is 30 degrees. Pick up the scrap again. It has a U-shaped arc. Make 2 U-shaped matches in pairs. Another one is between them down here. Let's make another cut. And so on. This will be finished. This is a way of using the U-groove cutter. If we're going to dig a circle today, how do we do it? First of all, let's wrap around this material. After a circle, we rotate, and then we rotate slowly. Then push it forward. This is the most labor-saving way to use it. Okay, we can dig it up with our round grooved knife. The wrong way is some students will be direct very hard at the beginning, going straight through the material and doing another rotation. That's because the teacher's knife group is more professional. If you buy it on the market, it's soft. If you spin like this knife will be bent and damaged. So, what is more correct is according to what the teacher just said. Let's go around it first, then rotate it slowly. Then push it forward slowly. This is the most labor-saving way. Okay, then let's take a look. A method of using the V-groove cutter. If we want to follow the line, same as the standard method, after holding the ring finger, push it gently on top. So, a line comes out. If you want to run a lot of tracks quickly, then we can do this. And so on. Okay, there will be many lines. If we want to carve a zigzag on the side, we can use this way. Push this edge and carve it out. In this way, it has a zigzag shape next to it. So this is also an auxiliary carving knife. To make a change in appearance. Okay, so that's a basic introduction to our knives. End of the course. Thank you for watching.